Srila Prabhupada ki! Srila Prabhupada ki! Srila Prabhupada Marathon ki! Thank you. So yes, thank you Shama Mahimataji for starting us off on such a wonderful track. So the question is, Shama Mahimataji mentioned that there's a number of ways that we can participate and distribute books, which is close to Srila Prabhupada's heart. And one of those is Shastra. One may ask, well, what is Shastra? The actual translation means gift of knowledge. And so the Shastra team actually places books in venues and institutions where people don't have necessarily access to devotees, temples, things like that. They're in vulnerable situations, and we're here in a natural way to give them access to these wonderful books, this transcendental knowledge. So where do we place these books? We place them in a number of institutions all across the country, and those include correctional institutions, which is prisons. Okay, which includes, sorry about that, prisons, jails, correctional institutions, detention centers. So inmates can come across these books. They might have done something wrong, obviously that's why they're there, but they can transform their lives through these books. So the chaplains have these books, they place them in the resource center, they give them to the inmates, and it's not just people from our background. One would think, oh, they have to be of a Hindu background or something like that. No, there's actually people from all sorts of backgrounds, all faith backgrounds, who access these books and take something out of them. They get some solace from them. They start understanding what their life is about. And we not only have Bhagavad Gitas in there, but we have many other titles, including Srimad Bhagavatam sets and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So you can see how people are advancing by reading these. In fact, some institutions are also giving these books, small titles, to inmates as they come in, as welcome kits. So some of them are also doing meditation sessions. Some are asking for incense so they can do puja in the morning. Hospitals. All across the country, hospitals, you might go to a hospital and you might see that they have a prayer room or a multi-faith room. You'll see Bhagavad Gitas there. You'll also see that the chaplains have these books in their offices as well, and they go around talking to the patients and their families. You know, these patients are in a situation where there might be some injury or something where they need help. And it's not only physical help, but spiritual help. And that's where the Bhagavad Gita comes in. Libraries. So these are public libraries. You can see here a Srimad Bhagavatam set actually with the label on it. So these are able to be borrowed by the public to read these books. And of course, once they read them, hopefully they'll come to the temple and actually get books to keep for themselves. Courts. So everybody's familiar when you go to court, they have you swear on a Bible. But we're more multicultural now, so why not the Bhagavad Gita? And there's Bhagavad Gitas in every single courthouse all across Canada. Little free libraries. How many of you have walked down a neighborhood and seen these little birdhouse type of structures? Yeah, so we're putting Bhagavad Gitas and other titles in there. So again, these people are just walking their dog or whatever, going for a stroll, and they can get access to Srila Prabhupada's books. And this is replenished throughout the year. Hotels and motels, and we do this for many, many years. Many of you, when you travel, you open the drawer and you see, what do you see? You see a Bible, right? But now, oftentimes, you're also going to see a Bhagavad Gita. And not only the drawers, but many of the hotels and motels are actually keeping them in the lobbies. So they keep them on their reception desk, and some are actually even keeping them on their resource flyer area where you might see attraction flyers and brochures and things like that. Hospices and nursing homes, very, very important institutions and venues. People are at their end of life, right? They're wondering, what did I do with my life? What comes next? The families are also wondering. It's a very emotional time. So the Bhagavad Gita gives them those answers. Shelters and social services. Again, these are people who have lost hope. They might not have anything. They're trying to get back into normalcy in terms of income, food, shelter, these kind of things. Well, those are all material things. Bhagavad Gita's give them some spiritual answers, give them some solace, give them some hope. And this can be things like a covenant house, Salvation Army, Homes First, things like that. Airports. So airports across the country, they have these prayer rooms or multi-faith centers, and people go there sometimes to pray, just have a quiet time. They'll find Bhagavad Gitas there as well. We typically give soft cover Bhagavad Gitas here so that people can actually take them with them. And the chaplains know that they can give it to the travelers so that they can take it on the plane with them and hopefully change these travelers' lives. Schools. Schools include Sunday schools at other temples, like non-Iskcon temples. They include public schools, and it includes also universities. So university libraries, university multi-faith centers, etc. The military, they need help too, right? They're going to war, they're wondering what's going on, they're seeing a lot of distressful situations. So we have Bhagavad Gitas there. The chaplains love our soft covers because, again, the military personnel, whether they're the Navy, Air Force, etc., can grab a copy, and it's really, really got wonderful feedback. Police divisions and the RCMP. So again, these police are facing a lot of traumatizing situations. They face a lot of crazy situations. So we're placing Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatams, and other titles in police divisions and RCMP across the country. The Toronto Police, Peterborough, Niagara Falls, etc., etc. So this year, for 2022, we have actually placed in approximately 320 venues and approximately 10,000 books. And to date, since the inception of the Sastra program in Iskcon, Toronto, approximately 13 years ago, we've done over 3,000 venues and over 140,000 books of Srila Prabhupada. So one may ask, well, you've done all these books, so what? Are they having an impact? Well, yes, they are. And we get testimonials and feedback all the time on the phone, by email, by letter. And I've just picked out 3 of them here for you. This one is from a correctional institution, and the chaplain says, "Thank you for your kind donation of these books to our chaplaincy library. Inmates are glad to receive reading material of this type, as it helps them reconnect with their faith traditions, which they often want to do as they reevaluate their life choices during incarceration," as the Maplehurst Correctional Institution in Ontario. Another one, this is Northrop General Hospital. We are happy to receive the books. Just so you know, we plan to set some out in the chapel for people to pick up. When we need more, I will let you know. I just want to say how very grateful we are for your attentiveness and generosity. At Northrop General Hospital, you make a world of difference, and with your help, that will be true. And finally, this other one should pull at your heartstrings. It's a fellow who went into prison for a very, very, very violent crime many years ago. And he was a very harsh personality, but he came across the Bhagavad Gita about 2-3 years ago and started reading it, a Bhagavad Gita we had placed in the prison. He started reading it and he started corresponding with us, and he started asking questions, and then he asked for a picture of Lord Krishna, which we sent. He set that up as an altar. Then he asked for japa beads and a japa bag. He started chanting japa. He became vegetarian. He started offering all his foodstuffs to the Lord. And the chaplain has told us that his whole personality has changed. He is now a very gentle soul. Indeed, he is in the chapel every single day, distributing and preaching Srila Prabhupada's books and the knowledge to other inmates. And so this is one of his letters. Again, thank you just doesn't seem like enough to repay all you have done for me. So hopefully the knowledge that my life has been transformed by these teachings will be a help to you. mission for Srila Prabhupada. I know that he has said in the Bhagavad Gita that even if one person takes up these teachings seriously, then the efforts will be worth it. And I smile every time that I read that, knowing that I'm definitely one of those people who have been changed by these teachings. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I keep you in my prayers daily, in the loving service of Srila Prabhupada. Can you imagine? So, and that's just one inmate. We do get letters from other inmates as well, and it just develops just from these ticking time bombs of Srila Prabhupada's books being placed in these venues. So this doesn't just happen easily. It's one dream, one goal, one team, which means it takes all of us. It takes all of you to help out by helping to sponsor so that we have the luxury to do it. It takes us to be calling on people, visiting institutions, convincing them to take these books. It takes ordering from the BBT. It takes packing them, sorting them, shipping them. So it's a big production, and it takes a whole team of devotees to do this successfully. As Srila Prabhupada says, the more such literatures are read and distributed, the more auspicity will be there in the world. And Shama Mahini has also said that with your help, what's most dear to Krishna is to help spread this knowledge. And through the Shastra program, you can just do that. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for that amazing presentation showing where